Bitch, I'm back. And I'm better. So yeah. Also, I wanted to touch on this with Jason Lee. Jason Lee should really manage. He should really manage. Maybe he just don't want the headache of having to manage somebody and hirings and firings and all that messy shit. So he just likes being the middleman in certain things, and I'm pretty sure he get a cool little coin out of it if he like you enough. I'm pretty sure he'll do it pro bono. I think that's the word. But the ideas he was throwing at Raz B, I was like, Raz B, nigga, is the documentary done or is it not? Like, what? I'm confused. Cause in one breath I'm hearing, oh, it's gonna be a lot of amazing things. I'm touching on this. It's gonna be graphic. It's gonna be blah blah blah. And you making it seem like it's already came to life. And then on another conversation, you're like, you need to come and be a part of this documentary. So I was just a little confused on that subject. Like, is there a documentary? I don't know. Like, Jason was saying, that he should have really wrote a book before releasing a documentary. And it just kind of seemed like Raz B was kind of stuck, like, oh yeah, like, yeah, for the right, it just kind of seemed all over the place a little bit. And I think that Jason, the message that he was trying to convey in a respectful manner was like, if you're gonna do it, like, do it full out, do it the right way, because you are about to affect thousands of lives by bringing your truth to the forefront. So we don't want to hear no backpedaling and no pussy popping. And that's basically what he was trying to tell him, because it did seem like he didn't really have a plan. Like, you wanted to make a documentary about how you got molested, about yourself. It's called Full Disclosure. I can't wait for it to come out. I'll definitely be there watching it as well. Hopefully Netflix picks it up. Because they pick up all the documentaries. So hopefully they pick it up, and hopefully he make a good little coin out of it. But I do want to know, what's the end game? It's kind of like the thing with Michelle and Funky. Like, what's the end game? I don't know. I do believe that Raz B was molested. I'm sorry. He's telling you too many stories. There's too many bookmarks in the stories to not be true. Where there's smoke, there's fire. You touching on little girls. You trying to stop this man's check any way that you can. And that to me just screams like, it just screams guilty. It just screams guilty. I'm sorry. And why isn't he being investigated? Because when you have high friends in high places, listen, let me explain something to y'all. I spent a lot of time chasing conspiracy theories, okay? So much so that I even became obsessed at one point, right? And because of that, I've soaked up a lot. This shit with Joe Biden, it's not even allegedly. They show videos of you touching girls in places where you would think that somebody who is connected to the Oval Office, even before you become president, you're connected to the Oval Office. This is your job description. This is what you do. You work for the government. Okay? Those of us who have jobs, 9 to 5s, we know that there is a sexual harassment policy on how you should and should not conduct yourself around your peers. There are certain places you shouldn't touch a person just because it's too intimate of an area for your hands to be about. So why am I looking at videos of you abusing that policy? Touching girls as if they are grown women. Like I said, y'all think that this shit ain't real? Y'all think Pizzagate ain't real? When we got all them emails that was released, but y'all want to talk about Trump. Y'all want to talk about Trump, and y'all want to hate on Trump because of his family's past, not necessarily his past. When you think of Donald Trump, the second person you're going to think of is Omarosa. He was giving niggas jobs. I don't know what y'all was doing. But this ain't no, girl, I'm not no damn Trump supporter. I just see what I see. I know what I know. And it's some shit in the wind, okay? Y'all can smell it. Y'all know it's going down. We need to protect these children at all fucking costs. That's the bottom line of the motherfucking story. That's the moral of the story. That's the gist of it. That's that on that. We have to protect these babies. Y'all have to watch y'all babies. Y'all have to start making motherfuckers accountable for the shit that they did to you in the past. And you need to have a conversation with them. And you need to let them know how that made you feel. So that maybe, just maybe, they don't do it to another person. You know, a lot of people, somebody was talking about this. I forgot who was talking about this. I think it was Funky Daniba who was talking about the reason why stuff keeps happening is because motherfucker ain't got popped in their mouth hard enough. You ain't popped that motherfucker hard enough. That's why this motherfucker keep going about the way that they going about, because ain't nobody popped your ass in the mouth hard enough. He was actually talking about Moniece today on TGIF. And yeah, it's the same with these child molesters and all this. A lot of shit happens behind closed doors. Something happened to me when I was a kid, but I told it and didn't see nothing wrong with it. Didn't see nothing wrong with it. I felt like it was something wrong with what was happening to me. So I told it. And I'll tell it again. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I never got touched from that day forth. You have to make motherfuckers accountable for their bullshit, okay? If it's a kid watching this right now that know damn well they not supposed to, or a youngin watching this right now that know damn well they ain't supposed to, this is a PSA. This is a teachable moment. If someone is doing something to you or has done something to you, sing it. Sing it. Sing it. Deal with it. Deal with the backlash. Because at the end of the day, you're doing it for a better purpose. Yes, Uncle Tony or whoever the fuck else, Cousin Marcus or Auntie Brenda or whoever the fuck else. If they are doing something to you or have done something to you, trust and believe that they're doing it to somebody else. Tell it. I tell my baby all the time, sing it. Tell it. Because I want to know. I want to hear it. But if you make your kids feel like, I don't want to hear that shit. I don't know who to believe. Believe your motherfucking child. Period. Fuck wrong with niggas. With that being said, it was a lot with that interview. Like I said, the crimson laughter every time he had to speak about something that was a touchy subject, you know, it made me, when I went down to NYU and got my girl degree in psychology and etymology, they taught me everything I needed to know about, you know, behavior, body language, clicks, things like that, okay? Things that people do and you will wonder, like, what is that? Why do you do that? Why are you making that laugh at such a serious accusation? You're uncomfortable, for one. Two, you don't feel like they believe you. And by they, I mean anybody who's listening. When you do feel comfortable enough, like how you were with Jason, you felt very comfortable. So you started getting more and more out your bubble. When you first started the show, you didn't want to divulge any information about the biography. What is it? The word escapes me right now, but y'all know what I'm saying. Oh shit. I just rubbed on my eyebrow. the documentary. Um, you didn't want to divulge, who was working on the project. But then you ended up spilling it towards the end of the show and telling us who was going to be directing your biography. Or I don't know why the word keep escaping me. Documentary. And once you become comfortable enough, you really start telling your truth, and it comes out so smooth and so clear, and it's obvious that things were happening to y'all. Some of y'all was with it. Some of y'all just not comfortable. I know that these guys have probably reached out to Raz B on the side. Hey man, can you not? Can you not? It sucks not having nobody in your corner. This shit is sad. This shit is sad, bitch. This is America. This is what the fuck we've been subjected to. And that man do not deserve all that y'all trying to give him. And I'm just happy that he is healing from it. And I pray that this documentary and whatever comes from it does bring him healing. Lord, in Jesus' name, I pray, I really truly pray that it brings you healing. Because what was happening to you was one thing, being sodomized. Oh, baby. Oh. Being sodomized, being manipulated into doing things that unimaginable things. Oh my God. I couldn't, if it was my child, I couldn't take it. Not for no fucking money in the world would I ever. And it's fucked up. Your background, everything seemed to be great at one point. Your mama began to deal with this somebody who just, she stigmatized. Love is blind, y'all. Love is so blind, it'll make you forget your kids is right there. Not me, though, but I can see it. I see it for some of y'all. Having to go to foster home, going to live with family, and your cousin, he got this weird thing about him. And like Raz B said, it just make you wonder, like, who did this to you? Where did this come from? Where did this begin? Where did this come from? They was talking about him having an opportunity to date Beyonce. And how, Raz B felt like he wasn't man enough. At the end of the day, he not only read him, like this and not like this, bitch. He read him, but he diagnosed him. Like, you are 39 years old with a 19-year-old woman. You could have had Beyonce, but you wasn't man. And it just shows you where your head is at. And when I went down to NYU and got my degree in psychology and etymology, this is the type of shit that you learn about pre-pedophilia. And post-pedophilia. So, yeah. I'm supporting Raz B 100%. I'm definitely going to watch the documentary. And I do want to see what he does. He seemed like he got a good head on his shoulder. He know how to get to the money. He's not an idiot. He's not what y'all trying to paint him to be. And the fact that it's evident that he's being painted a certain way is what's alarming and telling. Coupled with the fact that y'all are trying to This man is saying, you people are trying to make me react. You are doing things to make me react so that you can get a reaction, so that you can post it up on wherever fucking outlet and say, look, this motherfucker's crazy. All you gotta do is give it to TMZ. You give it to TMZ, it's water from there. It's water. Y'all, I gotta go get some toothpicks and get this food out my face. And call y'all right back with the next video or whatever. All right. Yeah.